Hi, how y'all doing? It is January 27th, 2024. I gotta check and make sure I'm right. I need a calendar for my room. That would be helpful. Yeah, it's the 27th. So here in Ontario, Canada, the skies are whited out again, right? I was talking to my son doing a FaceTime, and there was this one little hole above him that was blue. He showed me with his camera, right, with his phone. So that's about it. Still, like, really damp and cold. Well, not cold, it's 0, 1 maybe, but yeah, it's melting out there. Heavy energy. The Schumann was 13 yesterday. I don't know what it is today. I just thought I'd make a video for you to talk about my phone call with my son, right? Um, he watches a lot of the truthers and everything, and they all do doom and gloom scenario for us, okay? Because they think with their analytical mind, their education, right? They start indoctrinating you from kindergarten. So everything, they start lying in kindergarten. So everything you've learned since kindergarten is pretty much a lie. It's been twisted. It's not the way it is at all. Okay? So that's what I mean by their logical mind, their analytical, logical mind. And I was telling him, like he was saying, when the banks and everything go down, you know, what are we going to do? This is what he was suggesting, kind of thing, right? And from what I feel and what I've been told from the very beginning of this, 2020, right, is when this all goes down. Now the Indians, the blacks, the Indians, the real Indians, have their land back, right? Are the guardians, the stewards of the land again, because nobody owns the land. All right, things are going to change. It's going to go back to their way, our way of life, right? So if you want to know what that's like, you gotta look back to what it was like before the invaders came in 1461 with the Spanish conquistadors and their slaves, the $5 Indians, the natives. Okay, I don't hold any grudge against them at all. I love the natives. I've met a lot of very smart, beautiful people that call themselves native. Okay, so what it is because they went to Indian school to learn how to be Indians, the slaves, that is, right? They're our mirror. Life's going to go back to the way it was before the invaders came, the Spanish conquistadors in the 1400s. And it'll happen like we're going to get the tribunals over the internet, the television, all that for what, 3 days, I think it is, 8 hours a day. We're going to know who did what, how they did it, when they did it, what they did to get them get mode or right, and to fill us in, because that's part of this awakening, the unveiling. We have to know, okay? So we'll go through that. Everybody will be educated on the truth that way. Then when that's over, the they'll explain what the new rules are going to be, how life is going to be, and it's going to go back like tribal. Okay, the village raises the children in a village, in Indian villages. All right, there's no big I's and little U's. Everybody helps each other. It's like back to the barter system. If I need a loaf of bread and you need water, I have water but no bread. You come to me and we'll make a trade. I'll give you water and you give me a bread, right? You don't need money. All you need is compassion. A village looks after each other. The whole village raises the children. This is how it was here when I was growing up as a child, right? Couldn't get away with nothing because everybody knew your parents were. And they would stop you. I tell you, you shouldn't be doing that. I'm gonna tell your mother," or stuff like that, you know what I mean? Or they'll give you advice if they seen you going through a hard time, even in society, and not the society because it's a satanic word, or in the village, if they see somebody having an argument, a husband and a wife, somebody would walk up and offer advice, give them counseling. Giving advice is counseling, you don't have to go sit in a chair in an office, right? And change it, or give them advice, give them some ideas on how to fix their problems. They would do it, and it would work, okay? Just different stuff like this. We're evolving, we're going on to into a higher dimension, let's say, consciousness. So what worked before, being in anger and in greed and, stuff like this, this is not going to survive. It can't handle the higher light of vibrations. So that's the chaff. We're being separated from the wheat from the chaff. All right? I believe, like I told my son, we are the meek. The meek inherit the earth. Who are the meek? The people that cause no harm, tell no lies, and they're good at heart. Right? If they see somebody getting hurt, they go to stop it or help. Stuff like this. If you see somebody starving, you offer them food. Whatever it takes. Because I am you, I'm you, you are me, we are one. This is what village life is like. So the people that go out and buy all the silver and the gold and stuff to try to save their greedy money, right? When it gets switched around before we see the tribunals, maybe there'll be a power out for 3 days or something like that. And we'll see the tribunals and everything like that. All these people are going to lose it all, except for what they have in their homes and whatever, right? All the money system will be shut off. Everything will be closed. You're going to offer me your gold for my food? I can't eat your gold. I can't eat your silver. It's not going to help me at all. All right? That becomes worthless. What's going to matter is food, water, like that. Okay? So that'll be the bartering. You can't buy it from me. You're going to have to offer me something that I don't have so you can get what I want, what I have, right? And it'll be something that I need that you have. And it's not going to be, fancy clothes or a fancy car or diamonds and jewels. It's going to be food, right? So that's how I see that happening. Or help me, let's do a garden. Come, I need you to help me do this garden. I got some land, right? You help me and I'll hook you up with the harvest, kind of thing. It's just the way that works, village life. So, yeah. And then everything will switch over after the tribunals are televised. And we are brought into the now, the know of what's really going on, what has gone on. Because everything's already been finished. Everything you see has already been done. Or you wouldn't see it. So, okay? You got to find a positive in every negative. In every negative, there is a positive. But are you choosing to find it, to look for it even? Or you just want to live in your fear, your sadness, your doubt, right? Your anxiety. I find the positive in every negative. I have no other choice. It's just who I am. I think I'm here to help teach you how to find the negative, the positive in every negative. You always got to see the brighter side of it. I don't wear rose-colored glasses. I look at the negative, but I know there's something positive in there. And the way this satanic realm, right, they've turned it into, you gotta do it I gotta do it that way. All right? Because I am positive. I see the positive. So then, yeah, okay. After the tribunals and all that, it'll be switched over. There'll still be cash and digital money. It won't be the CBDC. It'll be your inheritance. Everybody on this realm who was born has had an inheritance put in their account, right, under the social insurance number. And the elites have been using that to fund themselves for their adrenochrome, their little ones, harvesting the little ones, all this sick shit, destroying nature kind, polluting the water, the air, the earth. So they've been using our wealth to do this. That's all stopped. They won't be able to do that anymore. They can't do that anymore. So that all comes back to us. That's what the Nisera Jacera thing is. I know people are saying it's not real, right? They've changed their mind about it, because it hasn't happened right now. And they've turned us into a society where we want everything right now, right? But how's that saying go? Good comes to those that's willing to wait. The best things in life come to those that are willing to wait. So have patience. I believe that's what that's about. Just don't go and rush and do it the easy way because you want it now. Be willing to wait for it, right? So all this money is going to be given back to us, all right? Because it's just the way it has to be. Once the wheat's been separated from the chaff. I was watching another man a couple of years ago, and he was saying that the ones that got vaxxed are the only ones that are going to be on a CBDC. But I'm not sure how I resonate with that. I don't know how, he kind of bothered me, so I'm not sure that that's the thing. But I'm just saying, right? I believe the vaxxed are the chaff. The meek are the weak, are the wheat, not the weak, the wheat, okay? So the more you have monetarily, materially, all this, are you weak? Are you meek? I don't think you are. I think you're greedy, right? If you have a bunch of stuff and you're sitting in, your fancy furnitured house and all this stuff, your new car and the best clothes, best shoes, you're not meek. You're the chaff. So unless you're going to help other people with that, you should look after yourself always. But what do you really need? A roof over your head, clothes on your back, food, and water. That's it. That's village life, right? You don't go and spend your money on new stuff, materialist stuff, right? When the medical system goes down, we'll know what foods to eat. When you go outside, if you have an illness and you sit down in nature, around you there'll be a plant that can heal you. We just got that taken away when the FDA came in and brought in the medical system and the drug company, the pharmacies. We all used to heal ourselves. We didn't need nobody, right? Because nature provides. The earth is abundant in every way. So, yeah, nature teaches the children. They taught me. My sons, that's some of the best times in their life was in their childhood, running around outside in the country, building forts out of nothing, discovering stuff, right? So that's education. Watching what birds do, what the squirrels do, stuff like that. All the rest of it is the illusion. All right? So when this flips, do you really think it's going to be the same? I don't. I don't at all. But I also believe that it's not going to be flipped that quickly. They can't just shut down the grocery stores and stuff like that. But the farmers are going to have to produce food that's not GMO'd and chemicaled with fertilizers and in soil being grown beside other crops that infect the one crop. They're going to have to learn how to do it properly again. But that's village life. Back in the day, people knew that stuff, right? Like, I can't even say that word. Quinoa? It's a food, right? It kind of looks like a rice. That's what people used to feed their cows. But now it's a health food for people, okay? That make sense. Oats. Oatmeal, same thing, was food for cows. But no, it's a health food for people. Okay, it doesn't work. Everybody's been taught wrong. So, yeah. But there's a positive in everything. Once everything flips, it's going to be good again. It'll take getting used to because it's change. But I had to change and get used to life like it is now. Because when I grew up, it wasn't like this. It was still a village. People still cared about each other. People still helped each other, right? We still bartered. My father would give the trapper across the road water because we had a well, and he would give my dad the bones and that he used from the animals he trapped so we could feed our 17 dogs or hunting dogs. Stuff like that, right? There was no money. So yeah, everything works out. It does. It's just not going to look like it because you're all too educated. But have faith, okay? If you're a good man, womankind, have faith. It'll all come to us. The more this awakening happens, the more our consciousness is elevating and we're learning stuff we never knew before. So it's already started. Now just got to put everything, people are putting stuff into action too, right? A lot of people have left the cities and have gone into the bush and the countryside and the hills and started looking after themselves. And once you get up there, you realize it's good to have a neighbor, because then you can help each other out. But you are all squished together like in townhouses and in apartment buildings and in duplexes, right? You have a little bit more room to move around and to do stuff. So, yeah, I suppose change does look scary for some, but it's only change. And we do that every second, every microsecond. All right? So, yeah, you can't believe anything the government's saying. What was it I always said to him? That, gosh, the government says do it, you do the opposite. The government says that this is happening, think the opposite. That's the way to find the positive in the negative. Okay? Anything that makes your body resonate in fear or anger, flip it around. Why is it making you afraid? And then what's the opposite of that? The opposite is the truth. The fear thing's the lie. All right? All right. I hope that helped. Hope I didn't bore you. But this is what life's going to come to. This is what I've been seeing. And since the Indians have our land back, right? This is the way we're going to live. Just a little bit more modern, you know? But yeah, with all the good morals, actions, words, and deeds involved in it. All right? All right. If I'm wrong, you come back on my channel in years to come and yell at me. Tell me I was a liar. Because I could take it. I got big shoulders. I can handle the weight. All right? Not that I want to, but yeah. Judge not, lest you be judged. Stuff like that. All right? All right. I love you all to consciousness. Enjoy this night or day. Okay? Okay. Bye.